Hey Leo, what does the month of May have in store for you? It is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of it might be for you, some of it might be for someone else. You could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign Leo, or you could be watching for someone that's a Leo. Either way, I am grateful that you're here. So we are, oh yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Candy Wishman. I'm on Patron. The information's in the description box below, as well as my May posting, social media posting schedule. Okay. Let's get right into this. What is the overall energy of the month for you, Leo? Wow. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Okay, we've got some serious abundance. And what I'm hearing is like it's all in your hand. You already have it. You just have to catch it. That's so funny that it comes out like that. Okay. This is going to be a very abundant month for you energetically, emotionally, financially. I hear that it's more to for some of you, it's to build your trust, that you are supported. For others, it's to remind you of that trust, that you are going to be supported. Yeah, there's coins here. There's lots of food. There's also an energy of just like a lot of understandings, like a lot of concepts, a lot of like, like a lot of epiphany energy. Okay, a lot of inspiration, lots of idea energy for you guys. That's really, I feel like that's really, really good. Okay. All right. So where can you focus your energy this month? Ooh. Okay. Well, I'll take the first one. The other ones, there was too many. Yeah. Okay, very interesting. Yeah, so we have the Fool on the bottom. Okay, all right, so we have the Fool. The Fool is about new beginnings, but the Fool in this case is very much about the fact that the Fool doesn't carry around a whole lot of baggage. So I do feel that the more unbaggage you unpack this month, okay, so unpack your bags, unload, whatever it is, the more abundant you'll become. And I think it's going to be very obvious. I think that's where those epiphanies are going to come from. Like, oh, okay, so I put this down and I walked away from it and I honored it and I respected it and I let it go. And now I have room for this in my life. Sorry. Bless me. There's confirmation. Okay, why am I sneezing? All right. Okay. So I feel that way very strongly because of the next three cards that came up. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Honing your skills, getting to work. Then we have the Moon, okay? So we have some Pisces energy, but this is about fear and the illusion of fear, okay? And then we have the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups is sort of about crying over spilled milk or focusing on stuff from the past. So in your focusing energy, I think it's very interesting because we have this concept that there are still some things from your past that are weighing you down emotionally. And when we have wounds from our past, okay, our protective ego, okay, what happens is we create this fear around it so we don't have to irritate the wound. It keeps us from going there, keeps us from interacting with that wound. So what I'm hearing is if you really get to work and really hunker down on, okay, this is what I'm fearing. Why am I fearing this way? Let's dig into that fear. The fear is nothing but a compass to what I'm actually trying to protect myself from. And that's dealing with the wound that I have here somewhere. Okay, so I think you're going to have a lot of guidance with that, but I promise you the more work you do around those things, the more abundant you'll become because you're dragging around all this stuff and you don't have room to carry all this new stuff that's coming in. So yeah, very, very good. And I feel like it's it's awesome that quarantine to some degree is still going to continue because it's going to give you even more opportunity to it's going to give you even more opportunity to hone in on these things and really take the time to heal them. Like I said, you're because most of the baggage, I'm going to be honest, most of the baggage you carry around isn't yours. It's other people projecting their own reality onto you. But when you can unpack that, honor it for the fact that it served you up until this point, release it, and be open to what's coming next. I just feel like you're going to see a pattern emerge, and it's going to really bolster where you're going this month. I'm actually very excited for those of you who are willing to dig in. It's not an easy thing to do, but you don't have to dig in for the rest of your life. This is just for now, okay? All right, so what needs to be surrendered, Leo? Okay, what needs to be surrendered? Fine. Apparently it wants to go for a drive. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Cups. Very interesting combination. On the bottom, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords to me is the meditation card of the deck. It's that card that, and it's very interesting. We have the Queen of Swords underneath there. Okay, so I'm just gonna say there are some who are still struggling with the rest piece, with the anchoring your energy, with the slowing down physically piece. Yeah. So I feel for some there needs to be an understanding that, let's say you work on a wound and you're dealing with it for 3 days because it's depleted you energetically. We do that sometimes. We cry, we just feel tired. We need to rest. Understanding that that's completely part of the process and it's okay. Feeling like you have to be on the go all the time, you have to be perfect all the time, you have to act in a certain way all the time, has to be surrendered. Okay, the Page of Pentacles is an interesting energy. The Page is an awareness energy to me. We have the Page, it's awareness. The Knight is action. Yeah, very interesting. But the Page of Pentacles is sort of learning, awareness around the reality of your environment, the reality of your life, the reality of your beliefs, how they play out in your physical reality. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Okay. So the Knight of Cups often is this energy of, and this isn't going to apply for everybody, but I think it's really important, this energy that somebody is going to come and save us. Okay. And it doesn't matter if it's romantic or not. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you think a collaboration is going to save you. It's going to catapult your business to astronomical whatever. Have to surrender that, because you're then projecting, or you're not projecting, but you're then putting all of your faith and all of your hard work and all of your expectations into somebody else. And it's not, maybe not all of them, but it's still, if it's some subconscious energy. And then the Page of Pentacles is sort of surrendering those beliefs in your life that are playing out in your life that are actually to your detriment. So I feel like when you start working through these wounds, you're going to see what ones I'm actually talking about, and it'll make more sense. Because it's just like you'll deal with a wound and then you'll see the pattern of it, how it showed up in your life, and you're like, okay, I have to change this. Okay, so I think that's a really good place for you to be. Okay, all right. Challenges, because none of this is challenging as it is. I don't know why I was guided to write this layout this is, but the way it is, but here we are. Okay, some challenges. Yeah. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom. The Knight of Cups is wishes fulfilled. Okay, so there's a little bit of struggle around wishes fulfilled, and this is why. We have the King of Wands, but we have it in reverse. And I'm sure it means something different to other people, but right now it's telling me that there's confusion around what you really want. Okay, what your intentions are. Because there's still some energy around how things need to be for you. Like, the type of work you do, it has to be of a certain level or have certain status in order for it to be important. Okay, it causes confusion. That's also wounds. Okay, the beliefs that you have to be anything more than you are right now in order to be valuable or important is a wound. Okay, And then we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so that's it's an energy of being burdened and overwhelmed. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of confusion because you're shifting so much of the beliefs that you've relied on up until now. That's going to be shifting and changing. It's going to be very challenging for you to be focused on what you need to do in the future. You're going to feel overwhelmed. You're going to feel burdened by it, but it's to understand that that's only for this time while you're recalibrating who you are. You're recalibrating what you really want in your life. Okay. So you're going to be a little confused on what you want for your future because you're confused right now, but it's only until you shift out everybody else's voice in your head, identify your inner voice. Okay, that's when things are going to get clear, but just know it's going to be a challenge, and it's okay if it's a challenge. It's also a sign that maybe you're not meant to be looking so far in the future yet, because what you have to deal with is how you're bringing stuff from your past into your present. So just know that it's happening for you. It's exactly how it's meant to be. Okay. All right. So supportive energy. What do we got for supportive energy? I love it. Okay. Yeah. So we have the Sun. Okay. We have arguably the happiest card on the deck in the underlying energy. And I'm going to tell you why that's important, because it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or how anyone else feels. Your happiness, your health, your well-being is a priority. So as long as you use that as a compass, okay? Yeah. That being said, sometimes what we think is going to make us happy doesn't necessarily make us happy. So it could also be another lesson for you and a supportive energy in the sense of saying, okay, I thought this would make me happy. Why did I think this would make me happy? And I guarantee you it's because somebody sold you on it, because it's what made them happy. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's sometimes we have to experience things in order to understand if they do or do not work. So we have the Magician card, and that's the one that I made a noise at, I guess, or there was some recognition there. The Magician is the card of somebody who has all the tools already. You have everything in you to do what you need to do for yourself, to create this abundance for yourself. That's a huge support. You have everything. You don't need anything from anyone else. And sometimes I understand that some people come into your life to remind you of certain things or to bring out certain things in you, but you have everything you need, okay? And then we have the Five of Swords, okay? The Five of Swords is an energy of picking your battles. What are you really fighting for? I think if you can understand that, if you can be honest with yourself about that, I think it's going to be a great tool to help you navigate these more confusing times for you. I know so many are probably watching this and they're like, it started out with such a good reading and now we're here, but I got to tell you, you wouldn't be going through these emotions and these wounds if you weren't ready, if you hadn't done all this work already, if you weren't ready for the abundance, okay? Sometimes there are things still blocking our abundance and it's subconscious stuff, so we have to do a little more work around it, okay? But you're finally in the stage where you're ready to embrace that part, okay? All right, let's see. Important event. Okay, look at that. So we have the cornucopia, and that's the part where it's like, okay, what's an important event? Okay, so the cornucopia to me is you intuitively knowing that your abundance is there. Okay, you may not be able to see it, you may not be able to touch it, but you just know it's there. And I feel like you're going to be given glimpses, or you're going to be given, you're going to be shown how abundant you can be. Okay. I feel like there's going to just be this opportunity. What I'm hearing is out of nowhere, because you're not going to see it coming. We do have, it's a 2, it's an intuitive, it's an 11. Okay. It could be around the 11th. I don't like to give dates though, because time is fluid, but I do feel like you'll be shown that you can be abundant and still work through this stuff. And realize that every time you work through something, it's almost like in your subconscious energy, you're telling the universe, okay, I need to be rewarded for my work. I need to be shown that I'm doing the right thing. So it's going to respond. It's going to give that to you. It's like, good job, here's your cookie. Good job, here's your cookie. Until you realize that it's only doing what you're telling it to. But right now, I think you will be rewarded for the work that you're doing to heal yourself. I think that's very, very clear. All right, let's take a look at some guidance, okay, for the rest of this month. I feel like we've gotten a bit of guidance, but okay, look at that. Beautiful. The sun. Okay, plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of this life. Okay, so you are going to have highs and lows this month, Leo. You are going to have a very life-changing month because who you were is shifting into who you are. And I think you're going to I feel like by the end of May, you're going to feel so good about yourself. Just really naturally, genuinely good about who you are and what you really want and how you can move forward and how you can help others if that's what you want to do. I hope that this has helped you. Be your peace, love yourself, share your light. Please please share. Have yourself an amazing month of May.